Okay. Just a little bit with the angles. We're asked to find what the biggest side is, so we need to find the other angles right here. One of the easiest way to go with this is to actually find this angle first, which is 180 minus 117, which is 63 degrees. So this guy right here is 63 degrees. Then we have to find angle B, which is going to be 180 minus 37 minus 63, which is 80 degrees. Since 80 degrees, this is the biggest angle, AC must be the largest side. So AC is the largest side opposite the largest angle. Number 2, we use exterior angles theorem. So I know that, wrong one. I know the 30 degrees plus the 20 degrees is equal to 2x. So 20 plus 30 is equal to 2x. 50 is equal to 2x. And then divide by 2, x is equal to 25. Okay, so that's the first thing. So I found the value of x, which is 25. Next thing, it's classify it by its angle. So I'm missing an angle. I need to make sure I find that angle. So this angle right here is just going to be 180 minus 30 minus 20, which is 130 degrees. Since all angles are not this, or since it has an obtuse angle, this is an obtuse triangle. So when I classify by the angles, I look at acute, obtuse, and right. If it said by its sides, I'd say it was scalene because it has 3 different angles. So just be mindful of that. This one, it says that RV is an angle bisector. If it's an angle bisector, then I know 2x plus 14 is equal to 4y minus 6, because that's what an angle bisector does, or 4x, sorry. 2y plus 14, there we go, 4y minus 6, subtract 2y, subtract 2y, 14 is equal to 2y minus 6, add 6, 20 is equal to 2y, divide by 2, y is equal to 10. Okay. Once I knew y was equal to 10, it says find u, v, t, so this whole angle. So that's going to be 4 times 10 is 40 minus 6. So that's 40 minus 6, which is 34 degrees. Now it wants this whole angle, so 2 times 34 is going to be 68 degrees. So this whole angle is 68 degrees. Gives me another piece of information. It says that this angle here and this angle here are congruent, so this angle has to be 68 degrees. It asks to find the measure of angle T. Okay, measure of angle T is going to be equal to 180 minus 68 minus 68, which I believe is 44 degrees. Yeah, 44 degrees. So the measure of angle T equals 44 degrees. All right. Next thing, this is given as the perpendicular bisector. If I know it's a perpendicular bisector, it's perpendicular, it also bisects. So those two parts are congruent. So 1/2 x plus 15 is equal to x minus 7. Okay. If you want to clear your fractions, you can multiply each side by 2. That's going to be x plus 30 is equal to 2x minus 14. 30 is equal to x minus 14. 44 is equal to x. And that's it for that one. Number 5, the 3 angles in a triangle add to 180, so we have our 4x minus 5 plus 3x plus 5 plus 40 is equal to 180. These zero each other out. 4x plus 3x, 7x plus 40 is equal to 180. Subtract 40. 7x is equal to 140. Divide by 7. X is equal to 20. Okay, so that's the first thing I had to do is I had to find x. Then I substituted in. That's going to be 4 times 20 minus 5, which is 80 minus 5, which is 75 degrees. And this is 3 times 20 plus 5, which is going to be 65 degrees. It says classify by the sides. All of the angles are different, so it must be a scalene triangle because all angles are different, which means all the sides are different. Okay, this one here, it says that GH is congruent to HK. I use that piece of information because I know that in a triangle, if two sides are congruent, the opposite angles are congruent. So if this is x, then this would also have to be x. It also tells me that HJ is perpendicular to GK, which means that if they're perpendicular, all of those angles have to be 90 degrees. Knowing that, I know to find y here, it would be, I know y plus 20 plus 90 is equal to 180. So y plus 110 is equal to 180. Y is equal to 70. And then for this one right here, I know x plus 50 plus 90 is equal to 180. X plus 140 is equal to 180. X is equal to 40. Okay, these ones, you guys tend to have an emotional breakdown for these. It's not that bad. It's just a lot of substitution. So you write what you know. You know that the measure of angle K, and I'm just going to write K, that's going to be my variable, I'm not going to write the measure of, is 4 times the measure of angle J. I know the measure of angle L is 5 times the measure of angle J. And there's something that I know that the 3 angles in a triangle add to 180. So I know that whatever the measure of angle K is, plus the measure of angle L, plus the measure of angle J is going to be equal to 180. And what I do is I replace that. So I'm going to replace K with 4J. I'm going to replace L with 5J. So that's going to be 10J is equal to 180 divided by 10. And so I know the measure of angle J is equal to 18 degrees. So that's what I would start with. So the measure of angle J is equal to 18 degrees. The next one I know is I know the measure of angle K is equal to 4 times 18, which is 72 degrees. And the measure of angle L is 5 times J, which is 5 times 18, which is 90 degrees. Okay, so it's 18, 72, and 90. Number 8, BF is the angle bisector, C and D are medians. It says the measure of angle ABC, so ABC, this whole angle, is equal to x. The measure of angle BAC, which is equal to the measure of BCA, is 2x minus 10. So BAC. Okay. Measure of BAC is equal to the measure of BCA. So BAC and BCA is 2x minus 10. So this is 2x minus 10. This one is 2x minus 10. Okay. So we go through what we know. I know x plus 2x minus 10 plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 180. This is 5x minus 20 is equal to 180. 5x is equal to 200. Divide by 5. X is equal to 40. Knowing that x is equal to 40, I know, and this is what you need to see, I know that this little angle right here has to be 20 degrees. I also know that this is going to be 2 times 20 minus 10, or 2 times, 40 minus 10, which is going to be, that's 80 minus 10, which is 70 degrees. So I know for this little triangle right here, I'm just going to highlight it in green, this angle is 20, this angle is 70. Okay, that comes into play because the question is BE an altitude? Well, if it's an altitude, then this would be perpendicular. This right here would be 90 degrees. So what I need to do is I need to find that angle right here. So it's going to be 180 minus 20 minus 70, which is 90 degrees. So is BE an altitude? Yes, because angle BF, because angle B, sorry about that, I could not see that, angle BFC is equal to, because the measure of angle BFC is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so that's your reasoning there. Number 9, and you guys won't see this because I just forgot to do it. In triangle PRS, PT is an altitude and PX is a median. Okay, so if PT is an altitude, then I know this has to be perpendicular. That's the only thing I can say. If PX is a median, you guys need to remember, if PX is a median, then this is congruent to this. Those parts are congruent to each other. So now we have to figure out what we know. So it says Rx is x plus 7 and Sx is 3x minus 11. Well, I know those two parts are the same because it's a median. So x has to be 9. I want to answer the question. So I want to find this whole segment. 3 times 9 is 27. Minus 11 is 16. And 9 plus 7 is also 16. So this whole side has to be 32. So RS is equal to 32. Last but not least, same information. We know that this is perpendicular. It says RT is x minus 6. It says PTR is 8x minus 6. And since it's an altitude, that angle has to be 90 degrees. So 8x minus 6 is equal to 90. 8x is equal to 96. X is equal to 12. Once I know x is equal to 12, well, 12 minus 6 is 6.